Ciao a tutti e benvenuti in questo nuovo video. Oggi abbiamo la grande opportunità di avere con noi Masato Inoue, che è il designer della prima Nissan Leaf e attualmente si trova a insegnare design all'Università IED di Torino. Hello Masato, welcome to
Hello.
Viaggiare in Elettrico.
Hello. Nice to meet you and nice to talking with you and your YouTuber. Okay.
So, you are a very important history about automotive sector for the first and famous electric cars, names Nissan Leaf.
Thank you.
I would like talking about of this project, but then new project. I know you have free wheels for urban city, and I would like talking about this. How is driving an electric car? How you feel when you're driving a Nissan Leaf?
The project starts on 2007, but before that, the one thing very important is that Nissan have a quite nice technology about the electric vehicle. And for example, like from 50s or even 40s, the Nissan and the related company was making an electric vehicle from very early times. And in 80s and 90s, there are already selling quite a small number, like 100, 200 units, but there are Hyper Mini or Astra EV, Lunesa EV, those cars were already produced. And so there are quite nice base was already made. And I was in charge of the concept cars after 2001. And Nissan was quite eager to make an electric vehicle concept. Actually, I made eight, of course, our team made the electric vehicles. And in 2007, when it was the starting point, really starting point was September of the 2007. The Nissan and we made the car called Mixim to the Frankfurt Motor Show. And at the time, Mr. Carlos Ghosn came to my stand and he asked me, can I drive? And actually that happens several times before. And the concept car was, it's a kind of very rare case, but there are runway in the booth. And the concept car go up to the second floor, and then there's a turntable and can come back. There's a course. So why not? Please don't make an accident. So he drove and went there and came back. And then he suddenly says to his secretary about gathering all the executives in the show. And then he told to all the executives, I'd like to make really the electric vehicle for public, he said.
So this is a very interesting challenge because it is to born an electric car, the first very electric car, because the latest vehicle is retrofit, it is born into electric.
Right.
For a personal, your emotion when have starting this challenge, how you feel?
Honestly, I'm not the executive. I was just a general manager class. So I was looking him and really surprised at his decision. And actually, same thing happened 1 month later at the Tokyo.
Mhm.
The concept car was Primo 2, and he did the same thing and gathered all the executives and said, I think 1 month ago I said I'm I'm very positive to make a electric vehicle really to the market, and but nobody report to me, and he was complained actually. Then you know everybody knew that he's really serious. So this is the starting point of the Nissan Leaf. Of- So based on the technology Nissan has, I think there a huge input to him, and probably just driving EV was a trigger to do this. But then I wonder who gonna be the chief designer, because I was doing a advanced studio, advanced chief designer. So the who gonna be a production chief designer, and a few days later, I was assigned to that. I really surprised about it.
What are the biggest difference between ICE, internal combustion engine vehicle,
Mhm.
and electric car when you're still
Mm.
drawing the car?
First, when the project started, the first time we did was a battery layout, because without deciding a battery layout, it's hard to make the whole outline of the car.
You're drawing the car around the battery. This is the first big difference.
Yeah, yeah. So, the depends on the amount of the battery and the size of the battery, and it will change. And for example, uh, comparing to Tesla, but Tesla's way is if there's a four tire, all the floor is a very thin, flat battery they make, and they make a very strong seal at both sides. Then to protect the battery. Nissan's way is a little bit different. The based on the our experience of the side impact, everything, the battery from the top, the battery size is much narrower inside of the car, and then the underneath of the seat also it is battery space. Like at the rear seat, Nissan Leaf finally conclude put battery pack something like this. So it is quite time taking, and but it's finally related to the now up to now. Nissan Leaf don't have any accident about firing the battery. I think this is because we put more inside and make it higher. It's from a designer point of view, it's a kind of difficult thing, because the hip point become higher, car become higher. But I think it was as a first electric vehicle, it was very necessary to make it safety. So the battery layout, I think it took 3 months in the beginning. And also the good point of the electric vehicle is as like a Tesla make a front trunk all vacant. The because it can be done. The first Model S was a rear motor, but leaf is a front motor, but still the capacity of the engine hood can be really lowered. And because of this, headlamp stick out. Do you know the shape of the leaf? Headlamp is a stick out, but the position is actually, it's normal. Hood is low. And then because of the stick out headlamp, it become a kind of big characteristic. And also the airflow prevent the direct hit of the side mirror. Airflow, is there a kind of tunnel effect? And the tunnel goes through the, how can I say, to avoid direct hit of the door mirror, the wind goes like this. So it makes the car very quiet. Of course, aerodynamics is very important, but since electric car is very quiet basically, because no engine noise, even no vibration. So the road noise was in gasoline car, engine noise and road noise is the biggest two noise. Third, wind noise. But in electric vehicle, road noise is the first big thing, and wind noise is the second noise. Of course, though the level is very low, but the second noise become more possible to listen. So how to minimize the second noise is a big point to make electric vehicle. So, and overall, the layout of the unit become very easy. So the freedom of making shape is increasing. But in case of the leaf, the not just in leaf case, but the weight of the battery is huge. Like in case of leaf, 250 kilogram was the first reset, and it makes like a gasoline engine is maybe half or less. So the weight become heavier, then it requires more bumper stroke when collision. You know, do you understand? So impact. And those are basic difference. You know, bumper stroke bigger basically, and the freedom of the layout is bigger, but the battery space have to be thought out, and also the all aerodynamics, and the aerodynamics is very important for electric vehicle, because in high speed you might know, but the wind resistance is huge. For example, in 100 kilometers per hour, if you drive, more than 60% is wind friction, right? So how to minimize the aerodynamics, the CD and the wind noise is, and especially wind noise is the biggest part of the wind noise is the door mirror and the A-pillar part. So to sophisticate the airflow, we took quite efforts for that.
All cars are driven the first time to be aerodynamic and very quiet when still driving, then very high speed. So the rear of the car, have a shape very soft, can change the aerodynamic of vehicle respect another,
Okay.
like normal car are the shape more different, more big.
Okay. In case of Nissan Leaf, there is big rear spoiler, and on top of here there's a solar panel.
Yeah.
It's not a big thing, but and also the tail lamp of both sides is like a wing. You know, it stick out also like a headlamp, and it prevents the air, the uh, roof side and the body side, and also since there's no muffler, no exhaust and muffler, so we could make a diffuser at the bottom. So spoiler, tail lamp, and the bottom diffuser is all working together to make a nice CD, and also the wind turbulence at the rear was minimized. It's a it's a huge effort about aerodynamics.
I know the front vehicle have had this front light with a very particular shape because
Hmm.
it's unconventional. How
Right.
many change the aerodynamic of a vehicle?
So it's the in terms of the aerodynamics, it's no change almost. But the big change is the wind noise.
Okay, not for
Yeah.
dynamic, but for the noise.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, in
Yeah.
general, for we like us don't stand very well of aerodynamic vehicle.
Hmm.
Stand is for airflow, not for noise. But this is good observation for standing better of the design of the car.
Yeah.
At
Mm-hmm.
respect the rear, the part of the floor car and the up is more
Hmm.
important, are a design very good to studio the airflow and more, or is more important the floor and for example all top drawing like a rear down spoiler, how most important at the two position of a vehicle, two parts of the vehicle.
Yeah, it's a quite a balance. Balance is very important, and you know, we brought the clay model, full size clay model into the air tunnel, and try change like 1 month, 2 months, and it's how can I say? It, not just one place. The if we extend the spoiler, CD may be little better, but then the side window stability become bad, or total the window noise increased. You know, it's quite much related. So I cannot say what part is most important. Mm.
And about your new project, the difference is very big because it is for is drawing for the city in the urban contest. Can
Mhm.
you show something about your vehicle? Can you learning your vehicle?
Sorry, now it's stop the connection. Could you tell me
Okay,
one more
okay.
time? Yes.
You still drawing, you still do a new vehicle for urban, is a,
Uh-huh.
drawing for the city, and
Hmm.
is a free wheel. you can talking about this vehicle.
I see. I see. Okay. Let's say I worked on the EU granted project. It is a part of the huge organization and project of the Horizon 2020, and our project is called Webuild. And that car is a three-wheeler, two front tire, one rear, and the two passenger will uh, sit like a tandem.
Mhm.
And very interesting point is the front tire, the tread will change from a 1 meter width to 1.4 meter width. When high speed, it's 1.4 meter for the stability. And when 1 meter, when slow, it become 1 meter. So it changed the thread, and because what we want was something in between the normal car and the bike, and because the parking ability is very nice with the bike, but landing ability like waterproof and the comfort is absolutely better with the car. We want mixed together and to have a car-like comfort with bike-like parking ability. It was what we tried, and already running prototype is made. I think you can see on the video on the YouTube also, and it's gonna be. I really want you to look at, and but the behind that, there's a big thinking. The actually now world population is becoming 7.7 billion now, and it will become 10 billion in 2050. So it's still huge increase is forecasted, and the energy for the transportation will also increase 1.5 times more. The total number of the car will increase also five. Uh, it become 2 billion cars in 2050, and but the you know total amount of energy is pretty much now facing a CO2 environmental problem. We cannot increase that much, and also you might know the Paris Agreement, like COP21, is saying that we need 82% decrease of the CO2 of the current level. So it's a huge task up to 2050. Otherwise, the temperature will be higher, and we cannot come back to the current environment. It's a huge problem, right? And if we make the car smaller and with the electric, the we can attain, we can solve the problem. Like I think even in electric generation in Italy, I think it's the kind of CO2 generation, or how can I say, uh, mm, like more than 60% of the energy is made by the fossil fuels or coals in Italy, right? But
Yeah.
even in the situation, we can attain the total mass produce of the CO2 by keeping current transportation, even that small. If you change like a daily commute from a normal big car, which usually just you are driving,
Yeah.
just one person with a big car. If you change to the small electric vehicle, the COP21 can be attained today. It's amazing, right? At today, the goal of the 2050 can be attained in terms of the whole creation of the CO2.
You
So I
you you think the person can be accept this change, or when are possible to looking
Mhm,
on the
mhm,
street this type
mhm,
of new vehicle, and
mhm,
I take a plus is a good
mhm,
strategy for save the energy, because
mhm,
more little energy to building
mhm, mhm.
is more easy for driving the city are very is very problematic the situation, because all vehicle are need a lot of space and haven't,
Right.
especially
Yeah.
here in Italy,
Mhm,
and it's more easy for driving in general, especially for a
mhm,
younger or
mhm,
old person.
mhm, mhm,
So you when think you can looking on
mhm.
the street.
So you know the our our role like a car designer, our role is that we cannot force people buy this, or we cannot force to the people buy this because this is environmental, buy this because it's good for the earth. We cannot say. Our attitude is supposed to be this is nice, looks nice, and also it's really beneficial for your life. You can use this at like a daily comfort like now you are having, and also the parking space if you want to find it, it's gonna be so easy because the daily probably you will spend 20 minutes a day to find the
And
parking,
more and more.
right? Do you know the if you are searching for 20 minutes every day parking parking that you if you live in live long like 76 years in your life 1 year you are searching for parking. It's amazing,
It's
right?
not exciting. It's not exciting,
Right, so
but it's true
that
really.
much that much parking problem is huge, so you can get a big benefit. Actually, the wheel can park like a two car is parking like this. There's a let's say 2 meter width the distance, so you can park perpendicularly between two cars. Do you understand? Car is
Yeah,
parking
yeah,
like this. You can park like a smart, but
yeah.
the
Smart you
the
can for the law, but some people parking
mhm.
in the same shape. True.
Actually, like it is, I cannot say officially, but it is allowed to park like this because up to 2.5 meter length, parking like this is legal. So it's supposed to be okay. There's a many story, but
You think
the
your
but
vehicle can move with solar energy? with the
I
solar
see. I
panel
see.
in the roof.
Mm-hmm. Yes. For example, like uh, there's one car already sold in California, Aptera, is having a solar panel above, and that car can run 75 kilometer in one day of the generation of the electricity by that panel. 75 kilometer every day, free. So this kind, but that if you look at that car, you will feel it's really, really conceptual and very light, very, and in full charge, that car runs, I think, if there's a battery, and the biggest battery makes the car 1,600 kilometer range. So it exists, and because of the improvement of the solar panel and the size of the energy created, it's becoming possible. Yeah, so it's not fully how can I say manage all the running energy, electric energy needed for the running around. But it's possible. It's becoming possible, I would say. And if I just continue my story of the thing, our designer's stance supposed to create the beauty and the nice function of the car, and people buy it, and as a result, the society becomes sustainable. This is what we supposed to do, and the rebuild is a big challenge for this. Of course, Nissan Leaf is also huge challenge starting point, and that's what I really want to try. It's my life work.
That is very, very interesting,
Thank
and
you.
I very to pleasure you to learning all about and the first electric car
Hmm.
and for you new vehicle because it's very interesting and for the future I'm sure we can look in it is very usually looking in the street I hope
Hmm.
we can look in very very quickly because you need
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
in this country we need.
Uh-huh. Yeah, actually, I'm living in Italy now and teaching in a university called the IAAD about the car design, and I'm doing a sustainable mobility design class. I think what I talk is based on that research in the class, and I'm very one thing very happy is recently the this came out, and it is saying the invasion of electric vehicle.
Yeah,
And I think this kind of phenomenal thing supposed to be now happening in all over the world.
something is
I'm
changing.
yeah, I'm very happy about this. Very happy about this. And now the Biden government in US is changing totally attitude for more leaning for the green doctrines, and I'm very happy about this and happening in the Italy, UK, and Germany, France. It's all changing, and of course Norway. So I'd like you to know more about electric vehicle and more go for electric vehicle I'm very happy, and also please do this. That's my feeling.
Masato, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this lesson. This is not an interview, but it's a lesson, very true lesson. Very interesting,
Okay.
very interesting.
Thank you.
True. Very nice to meet you. I hope to
Me
see you
too.
again. And
Sure.
I hope when it's possible to travel to grab a video of your vehicle in Turin.
Okay.
It's important to agree this opportunity for everyone.
Okay. Actually, the vehicle is now in Spain.
In Spain.
So, yeah, right.
But stay in Spain for how many time?
Yeah.
Is your house or can move in Turin?
How can I say the project is a huge project, and 4 country, 8 car producing company, car related company made. So now the we will prototype is going to many places. And there are 3 companies in Spain, so now it's in Spain.
So this company is still looking for a building.
Yeah. We are still looking for the opportunity to mass production. Yes.
Interesting, very interesting. I hope we are successfully of this project.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Masato, thank you for staying with us, and we hope to see you again very quickly here.
Yeah. Okay, whenever is possible.
Bye Masato. Ciao a tutti, seguite ancora il viaggiare in elettrico, accendete la campanellina se non l'avete fatto per vedere ancora nuovi video come questi. Ciao a tutti. Bye Masato.
Ciao a tutti.